to make your old clothes into new ones, and sewing and knitting and cooking and gardening and everything anythings. Well, it seemed always good to be true, but I joined them and I had a go at most of the doings. There wasn't a dull moment. One lady come with a chicken, and she took all its bones out, and then she stuffed it with sausage meat, and when it was cooked, anybody could carve it. Now that was a new one to most of us. Somebody else got us a get with drama, play acting and miming and making ourselves to be so much what we wasn't, and to look like somebody else. The clothes and the stuff we put on our faces did the trick. Well, that and learning to talk like the folks in the books. Well, we got a get and we took ourselves to London to act in the theatre there. We had a choir and all, but some of them said we gawped. We had dressmaking, millinery, glove-making, basket-making, etc., etc. I wasn't over good with a needle, so the committee says to me, you go and learn how to make jam and how to cook and bottle fruit, and put it in the cans, and then you can learn us. So I went. And we got a canning machine, and I hooked that canning machine miles and miles, on and off buses, up and down hills and all. It was heavy. I must have been a bit tougher in them days. Then some of them high ups at Lower asked me to try and get me sent on the executive. Well, I got on, and a bit after that, I was told to get me sent into line for being one of these here VCOs. Oh, I says to me then, I am slithering into society now, getting them letters after me name. When I learned a bit more, I used to go to the meetings and help them a bit. We had winter meetings in them days. Hail, rain, snow or blah, no one had to stop you from getting there. And once, in the frost, and with flat roads, nobody does technology in, so I had to stop. Now, folks didn't have many spare rooms at them days, so I offered to stop in the schoolroom where we'd had the meetings, you know. But they wouldn't hear of that. So now I'm straw bale. I was given shelter, offered the best they had, and so I shared with more that night than I'd have to tell you. Another time, the spare bedroom ceiling seemed to be gouging towards me. And my dear hostess says, well, the men's due any time to see to it, and I hope it'll not be a rough night. I hope to and all, and it wasn't. But before I went to bed, you know, I had to do my party piece to the men folks there. They always like this, and I like it and all. It's a bit of binder string. Did you know Bill Bates, as used to work for Drex at Badger's End? There wasn't a tool about the place that fella couldn't mend. From a heifer to a harvester, or any myrtle thing, old Bill could always fix it with a bit of binder string. One day old Frisian bull got loose and raved and tore around. Nobody does go near him as he pawed and oofed the ground. And the boss shouts, Bill, old bull's got loose and rotten his ring. Poor Bill lassoed the beggar with that binder string. When Bill had put him there for 7 years, he said, let's wed. I've gotten a table and some chairs and my granny's feather bed, and I've had a load of tatties, the clothes I can bring. And I've made some handsome doormats out of bits of binder string. Well, Neville says, all right, we best get wed before they cut their hair. So they had a snap-up wedding on the 17th of May. But when they got to church, Bill fully gone and lost the ring. So he had to marry Mabel with a bit of binder string. Next year, a little daughter came to bless the happy pair. to the parson at the baby's christening, a rare be just the colour and a bit of binder's string. In course of time poor old Bill died, and he got to heaven's door, and when he heard them all a-singing there, that got him worried sore. And he says to good St. Peter, Sir, I never learned to sing, having all busy mending things with bits of binder's string. St. Peter says, don't worry, Nat, the good Lord understands. He's been the carpenter his son, and he likes to see folks use their hands. We're very glad to have you here. We've plenty what can sing. We want hand a chap like you. And you brought some binder's string. So Bill, he stops in heaven now, and he's very happy there. And he has a little workshop behind St. Peter's chair. And while the angels twangs the raps, and all the saints do sing, Bill mends them little cherubs' toys with bits of binder's string. Once when I was coming, I heard some of them talking. If she stops the night, we can get more fruit done. But I am to bed. Well, says to her, I have a bed, but no sheets. So you ever, and I'll bring the sheets and wash 'em, and you can give us what's it in the morning. When I stopped at another house, I was told not to be scared if I heard scratchings and scrapings in the night. It'll be no but an old rat or a mouse, and maybe a bird in the chimney. I thought then of John Wesley's prayer, from witches and wizards and long-tailed buzzards and things what goes bump in the night. Good Lord deliver us. We got a college going then, and we named it after Lady Denman. It's in Oxford. I went several times to learn more about cake icing and chutneys and pickles and how to judge pastry and cakes and jams and such like at shows. And once, there at the Sea College, we had a pig to deal with, to get it out of the road, we say, there's past. There it was, a little old Oxfordshire pig, not like our good old Lincolnshire pigs. Their call is putting the pig away, and made a few pork pies, and salted a bit of bacon, but not like us. One of the highlights was when I went to Lady Denman's house, the other side of London. She was a lady, and talked to us as if we belonged, and told us how she'd help poor lasses in London. No one had idle rich about her. I did have some lovely travels and adventures, a rich and foolish life, as they say. I learned ever so much when I was learning them. I can't tell you that all the names, they're fill pages, and so was the grand works that they did. That WI for a woman country. Though at first there was opposition to them. Old squire and parson and some of them top lofty little folks says, there's women's institutes, going away from their owns, dictating to us, getting above themselves, getting to be presidents, and the grocer's wife and the postman's wife and that lot. Hey, and their labour and all. And they had no religion. Well, certainly we didn't talk about party politics, and we didn't talk about churches and chapels. We had what they called no secretarianisms. We wanted all the folks to come, and none of them to feel awkward with us. And nobody said it were meetings. It was a floor of the Ben Blues if the Tories got in. And nobody said neither that it was a floor of the Pinks if the Liberals got in. And we didn't have no dues for churches and chapels. For myself, I think that was a good rule. It's done well for over 50 years. There's no end to arguing about religion and politics if you begin. Though, in a changing world, we mun have changes, lest one good custom should corrupt the world, as our Tennyson chap says. We sing a song about Jerusalem at most of the meetings. And at the Albert Hall, well, it's a grand sound if you haven't heard it. Mr. Black wrote about it. He seemed to see further on than most of us, and it seems to me that that's how we want to see things. We want to get them bows and arrows and swords and spears and cats of fire and use them to get shut of all the testament and the rammel and the muck. And then we can have a clean foundation and build a sort of Jerusalem, here and now. I go out now telling folks about the country sayings and wares and tales, the spoken words, and my fathers and my grandfathers' superstitions and things. And the WI started me. They wanted me to do another subject. And I says, no, I can't do no more. And I tell my husband. And he says, well, what about that there dialect? I says, they won't want that. He says, well, you try 'em and see. And they have listened to me 50 years. So I owe a lot to the WI. I've had great help and kindness, generosity from committee and all the members alike. I'm touched for the faith in me and the number of friends I've made. I should like to say to them, now the new members, let's keep the unblurred vision and do the best things in the worst times. And say, as them old pioneers did, these things shall be, and lofty rain